The Aare Gorge, or Aareschlucht, is a dramatic limestone gorge located in the Haslito Valley near Meiringen, in the Bernese Oberland region of Switzerland, carved over thousands of years by the glacial runoff of the Aare River. The gorge offers an immersive nature walk along cliffside paths and through illuminated tunnels. The walkway stretches for about 1.4 kilometers, reaching depths of up to 200 meters. Alright, first stop, the ticket booth. This is where the adventure officially begins, so let's grab our passes and head towards the gorge. Legend has it locals once believed this gorge was home to the tatzelworm, a lizard-like monster said to lurk deep in the rock. Walk through here and you'll get why they believed it. This stretch of open path traces the glacier, a solid limestone ridge the Aare River has been cutting through since the last ice age. Right now, you're walking on ground level, but that soon changes as the trail drops into the rock itself. This is where it gets real. We're stepping into one of the gorgeous short tunnel sections carved through limestone that's been forming since the Cretaceous period, over 130 million years ago. Those lights lining the right wall aren't just for show. They're what makes this route safely walkable, even when the sun can barely reach down here. The gorge opens up here, giving us a real wide-angle view, trees clinging to the cliffside above, the glacial blue Aare rushing beneath the bridge below. This icy meltwater has been carving deeper into this limestone for thousands of years, and standing here, we can finally see the scale of what it's built. Over here, as the gorge sheds its greenery completely, just raw, towering limestone walls stretching skyward, giving us serious Grand Canyon energy. This is the Aare at its most brutal, a reminder that it took the full force of melting glaciers to blast a passage this deep through solid rock. You can see green moss creeps across the rock here, thriving in the gorge's constant cool, damp air. Sunlight barely even reaches these walls at midday, which makes this pocket of life even more impressive. This is the moment to just sit and let the gorge do the talking. The river's glowing that unmistakable glacial turquoise, a color caused by finely ground rock particles called glacial flour, suspended in the water. Some travelers grab a bench right here and let it wash over them before continuing on. We're deeper in now and the ground's slick underfoot, a reminder that this whole tunnel, as you see it, is a living system. It's a working part of the river, not just a path built beside it. Locals have kept this route safe and walkable in this original way for well over a century now, and it still holds up. We break out of the tunnel and back into daylight, trees returning, air turning fresh again after all that cool, damp stone. It's the gorgeous way of letting us breathe before pulling us back in for more. Let's take it all in here. The layered limestone walls rising around us are proof of just how much force it took to carve this passage, one flood season at a time. Moments like this are exactly why this walk pairs so well with a stop in nearby Reichenbach Falls, just a short trip away. What we're walking on today was built by 12 local investors who took on the job in 1887. Bolton wooden walkways onto steel girders drilled straight into the cliff face. It opened to the public in 1888, and remarkably, it's still maintained using those same original methods after over 130 years later. From here on, we can really see how far this walkway stretches. Over a kilometer of wooden planks bolted to steel girders, drilled straight into the cliff face. It's wild to think engineers pulled this off back in 1887, and it's still standing strong on the same original construction over 130 years later. Talk about skill. Back underground into one of the gorgeous tunnel sections carved through the limestone, these passages account for roughly 400 meters of the total route. Cool, damp, and a world away from the open sky we just left.
Da.
If you look closely, the walls themselves start to tell a story. You see, these smooth swirling shapes are called potholes, carved out by swirling water and grit spinning like a drill across the rock for thousands of years. It's proof that this gorge wasn't just cut once, but sculpted groove by groove by the same river still rushing beside us. Look straight up and you can catch the gorgeous true scale. Look at those limestone walls stretching up to 200 meters overhead, narrowing almost to a point where the sky peaks through. It's a reminder that we're walking through the deepest cut this river has carved anywhere along its length. Here's where the gorge feeds itself. Meltwater pouring straight down into the Aare below. The same glacial process that's been carving this passage for thousands of years. That milky turquoise color comes from glacial flour, fine rock dust ground up by the ice and carried all the way down from the mountains. Watch closely and you can see the limestone walls themselves bear the marks of that same glacial flour. Centuries of fine rock sediment scoring and smoothing the stone as the water rushes past. It's the same gritty process still happening in real time that first carved this gorge open thousands of years ago. These massive rock formations towering above us didn't just appear. They're what's left after thousands of years of the Aare grinding away everything softer, leaving only the toughest limestone standing. And directly beneath it all, the river keeps working, still carving, still shaping this gorge one current at a time. We see more of that limestone here. This rock part of the Crochet Ridge actually formed over 130 million years ago as ancient ocean sediment before the Alps even existed. Wild to think we're walking through geology that predates the mountains around us. Standing right above it now, and you can really see the striking blue is impossible to miss. It's not dye or reflection, it's just glacial meltwater carrying fine mineral particles that scatter light into this surreal turquoise. This is the Aare in its rawest form, straight from the ice, still cutting its way through the rock beneath our feet. The walkway gets tighter up here and it's easy to feel why. This is where the gorge narrows down towards its tiniest squeeze, just 1 meter wide at its extreme. It's a tight fit, but it's also where the raw power of this place is hardest. That blue river again, framed by walls that just keep climbing. Pure glacial power, carved in stone. This is a glacial mill, a deep cylindrical hole drilled straight into solid rock by meltwater that once poured down through a shaft in the glacier above, spinning rocks and gravel like a natural drill bit. Long after the ice retreated, this smooth, rounded scar is all that's left behind, a fossil of the glacier's own plumbing system. Look up now and feel the full scale of this thing. Walls climbing up to 200 meters overhead. The deepest cut this river makes anywhere along its length. This gorge doesn't just show you the Aare's power, it makes you stand inside it. Okay people, it's time to earn the view. The walkway shifts into steps here, one of the few climbs on an otherwise easy 45-minute route. A small trade-off for walking this deep into 130 million year old rock.
Sí, tal y como es, m'agrada. Sí. No, para.
And just like that, we're approaching the exit. Daylight ahead, and soon enough, the everyday world of parked cars and open roads. It's a strange kind of return, stepping out of a passage carved over thousands of years and straight back into the present. We can see a different kind of scenery now, cows grazing peacefully just beyond the gorge, a reminder that this dramatic limestone canyon sits right in the middle of everyday alpine farm life. Quite the contrast after everything we just walked through. And if you enjoyed this trip through the Aare Gorge, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one.